In the year of King Uzziah's death, I saw the sovereign master seated on a high, elevated throne.
I saw the Lord seated in his place, high and lifted up, and the temple was full of the wide skirts of his robe.
Isaiah, chapter 6.
Bible in Basic English. In the year of King Uzziah's death, I saw the Lord seated in his place, high and lifted up, and the temple was full of the wide skirts of his robe. Over him were the winged ones, every one had 6 wings, 2 for covering his face, 2 for covering his feet, and 2 for flight.
Isaiah 6, New English Translation. In the year of King Uzziah's death, I saw the sovereign master seated on a high, elevated throne. The hem of his robe filled the temple. Seraphs stood over him. Each one had 6 wings. With 2 wings they covered their faces, with 2 they covered their feet, and they used the remaining 2 to fly.
And one said in a loud voice to another, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of armies. All the earth is full of his glory." And the bases of the door pillars were shaking at the sound of his cry, and the house was full of smoke.
They called out to one another, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord who commands armies. His majestic splendor fills the entire earth." The sound of their voices shook the door frames, and the temple was filled with smoke.
Then I said, "The curse is on me, and my fate is destruction. For I am a man of unclean lips, living among a people of unclean lips. For my eyes have seen the King, the Lord of armies."
I said, "Too bad for me. I am destroyed. For my lips are contaminated by sin, and I live among people whose lips are contaminated by sin. My eyes have seen the King, the Lord who commands armies."
Then a winged one came to me with a burning coal in his hand, which he had taken from off the altar with the fire spoon. And after touching my mouth with it, he said, "See, your lips have been touched with this, and your evil is taken away, and you are made clean from sin." And the voice of the Lord came to my ears, saying, "Whom am I to send, and who will go for us?" Then I said, "Here am I, send me." And he said, "Go, and say to this people, you will go on hearing, but learning nothing, you will go on seeing, but without getting wiser."
But then one of the seraphs flew toward me. In his hand was a hot coal he had taken from the altar with tongs. He touched my mouth with it and said, "Look, this coal has touched your lips. Your evil is removed. Your sin is forgiven." I heard the voice of the sovereign master say, "Whom will I send? Who will go on our behalf?" I answered, "Here I am. Send me." "Here I am. Send me," he said. "Go and tell these people. Listen continually, but don't understand. Look continually, but don't perceive. Make the hearts of these people calloused. Make their ears deaf and their eyes blind."
Then I said, "Here am I, send me." And he said, "Go, and say to this people, you will go on hearing, but learning nothing, you will go on seeing, but without getting wiser. Make the hearts of this people fat, and let their ears be stopped, and their eyes shut. For fear that they may see with their eyes, and be hearing with their ears, and their heart may become wise, and they may be turned to me and made well.
Otherwise they might see with their eyes and hear with their ears. Their hearts might understand and they might repent and be healed." I replied, "How long, sovereign master?" he said. "Until cities are in ruins and unpopulated, and houses are uninhabited, and the land is ruined and devastated, and the Lord has sent the people off to a distant place, and the very heart of the land is completely abandoned."
Then I said, "Lord, how long?" And he said in answer, "Till the towns are waste and unpeopled, and the houses have no men, and the land becomes completely waste, and the Lord has taken men far away, and there are wide waste places in the land, And even if there is still a 10th part in it, it will again be burned, like a tree of the woods whose broken end is still in the earth after the tree has been cut down. The holy seed is the broken end.
Even if only a tenth of the people remain in the land, it will again be destroyed, like one of the large sacred trees or an Asherah pole, when a sacred pillar on a high place is thrown down. That sacred pillar symbolizes the special chosen family.
Like a tree of the woods whose broken end is still in the earth after the tree has been cut down. The holy seed is the broken end.